With a long history, manga is an art form that has lasted for over 60 years. With this being said, there are hundreds of stories, some very memorable but aren't always the best in terms of development, and those with tons of nostalgia but not from the refined writing. Thus, I have collected the top 10 manhwa story arcs where a character breaks open new powers and becomes stronger or overpowered. This is a list of 10 of the most memorable instances where heroes in manhwas fight to their limit, only to break through their power limits and become stronger. Number 10. The skeleton soldier failed to defend the dungeon. This is a great mystery manhwa, and I think it's reaching its peak. Here, the MC is a skeleton with no name who returned to the past after he failed to protect his mistress in dungeon. Meet the skeleton soldier, a meager but fiercely loyal fighter who serves to protect its master, Lady Succubus. Its dream of a peaceful life with her is shattered when they're both brutally murdered by a group of warriors one day. But what would have been a pathetic end to a remarkable, or I would say unremarkable, soul sparks a new beginning. When the skeleton soldier opens its eyes again, it has traveled back in 20 years in time. I must warn Lady Succubus of all the things to come. Number 9. Gangam Dokibi. Someone has made a wish, or I should say a wish list to kill all students. The Dokibis, a man-eating creatures who are bound by rule that they cannot only do much, but they can only act to help people, are now allowed to hunt down students. Students are going missing left and right, and Kimok, a student who is also one of the only 44 people in the world with the blood of gold, is now in a fight for his life against these supernatural beings that vie for his blood to empower themselves. Number 8. Evolution Frenzy. After his death, Yuan Fi regresses 20 years back in time to just a few key hours before the virus catastrophe is set to begin, and was given a chance to remedy the regret he has shouldered for the past 20 years. He utilizes all the knowledge he has amassed prior to his regression to arm himself in preparation for the oncoming apocalypse. His new acquired evolutionary tree is also helping him constantly improve his strength. Yuan Fei, who had to give it all just to barely survive in this previous life, is now the hero and future savior of the world. Number 7. An Adventure in Paradise. Will he succeed and reincarnate in this horrific survival game? Bet on your time and dice with death. Here goes the adventure! Can people rise from the death? Yang Ni ran into robbers on his way to the hospital and was killed with hatred. Then he woke up to find himself in the underworld. Knowing he had a chance to be reborn in life, I guess real life, Yang began his thrilling adventures with friends. Overall, it's a pretty good story. Number 6. The Boy of Death. Nice art style and very nice concept. The reading's not heavy. Lee Kyung-ho's mind was engulfed with ending his life due to bullying and the loss of his mother. He attempts to, but is saved. His determination to commit suicide somehow entices Sierra, a Grim Reaper, who later offers him a contract. His contract blesses him with the ability to borrow powers of the dead in their previous life in return of sacrificing years from his lifespan. Number 5. Hoarding in Hell. Kang Hyun-mo is a dirt-poor man whose dreams of becoming a hunter were torn apart. But one day, while he was dreaming of getting rich quick, something appeared in front of him. What? He'll now be monopolizing items and skills in a future Earth, overrun with monsters? Seems to be another Gate Awakener type. Manga, I guess. Has a lot of potential to be good where it's headed. Hoarding in Hell is great! Imagine greed from Overgeared. Was it a solo leveling type genre? Nothing much to say besides that, I suppose. Number 4. 3CM Hunter. This manga is not average, it is way above average. The concept of the story is very interesting. When the story unfolds and you find out the truth of this manga and what this 3CM Hunter, the world is truly about. While out to get his sister's favorite snack, Baekhyun finds himself and the people around him suddenly shrinking to the size of ants. Now, everything from cats to robots, vacuums pose a threat to human survival. Within this chaos, everyone is given a gift, a unique superpower, an interface that lets them see data about themselves. Though it's become a dark and desperate world, Baekhyun must put his ability and wits to the test to make it out alive and save his sister. Number 3. Solo Max Level Doobie. The art is great, one of the better ones out there. Kang Jin-hyuk is a gaming streamer and content creator. He is the only person who has cleared the game. However, as the game's popularity declines, it becomes increasingly difficult for him to continue making a living as a content creator. Jin-hyuk prepares to end his 11-year-old relationship with the game and say goodbye to his humble group of subscribers. But on that very day, the Tower of Trials appears in reality within the message saying that humanity will perish unless all players clear each floor within 90 days. Jin-hyuk, who knows the game better than anyone, decides to use his knowledge to his advantage and dominate the tower. It's time to show everyone what a hardcore gamer can do. Number 2. Ranker who lives a second time. Yeonwoo's brother disappeared years ago and he's devastated to learn about his death. As he copes with his loss, he's given a pocket watch and learns there's more to his brother's death. He was betrayed, and while competing in the Tower of the Sun God, now it's Yeonwoo's turn to use the knowledge his brother left behind. But can he navigate the world and get enough power and experience to reach the top of the tower, defeating his brother's enemies and all those who stand in his way? The dope is back. Yep, and you've never read it? Just go for it, honestly. You just gotta go for this one. Come on, go for it. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm kidding, I'm not gonna shoot you, but you have to go for it. Number 1. Solo Leveling. Nothing beats solo leveling in terms of weak to hero, weak to strong. Solo Leveling is an action fantasy manga that centers around the setting of a world slowly dominated by dungeons. We start off our weak E-rank main character, Sung Jin-woo, who was mysteriously saved from a near-death experience. In one of his dungeon raids, he gets stronger, gains an army of his own, and becomes ridiculously overpowered. E-class hunter Jin-woo Sung is the weakest of them all. Looked down on by everyone, he has no money, no abilities to speak of, and no other job prospects, so when his party finds a hidden dungeon, he's determined to use this chance to change his life for the better. But the opportunity he finds is a bit different from what he had in mind. This is one of the best mangas I've ever read, man. You gotta check this one out. If you don't, I'm gonna shoot you in the head. I'm kidding, I won't. But will I? That's all for today. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, then give this video a like and share it with your friends and your family, and also subscribe for more Top 10. Stay safe and take care. My name is Zira Khan, and I'm the voice of the voiceless. See you next time, folks.